Not Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, Americans.
What?
It's Friday.
Welcome. It's already a fun Friday. Welcome to it. 888-900-3393. Just jam-packed, full of stuff. Monique Battaglia sent us a bunch of chocolates and a Velcro Planets game, which is cool. Can you? Yeah. I don't know if you can see it. Do we have a?
Let's see here. Yeah,
it's, a camera that can get on it.
There we go. There it is. You zoom it in,
and then you throw these little balls at it.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, and nice. They actually stick.
Look, it's all the planets.
Look at that,
including an updated version of Jupiter.
Oh, amazing! Right there.
Oh, I almost got Jupiter too.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right there.
Hold on.
Look how well they stick. That's awesome. Look at that.
Oh, I'll throw one.
I love this.
I gave.
Thank you, Monique.
Pat all of
that's really fun.
The balls. I'm sorry. Here.
So we also got chocolate, huh? Like Reese. Do I see Reese's cups over there?
You do.
We need to get into those soon.
Yeah, I don't know how to open bags apparently. So it's just kind of.
Oh. All right, well, that's fine. Just so they spill out into my mouth.
I don't know how to open bags.
Yesterday, Merrick Garland spoke about the FBI raid on Donald Trump's house. And here's what he had to say.
There are, however, certain points I want you to know. First, I personally approved the decision to seek a search warrant in this matter.
Oh. Well,
second,
interesting.
The department does not take such a decision
then.
lightly. Where possible, it is standard practice to seek less intrusive means as an alternative to a search and to narrowly scope any search that is undertaken.
Well, that's
narrowly scoped.
Third, let me address recent unfounded attacks on the professionalism of the FBI
no, the attacks are on
and
you,
Justice
douche.
Department agents and prosecutors.
No, and the FBI too.
I will not stand by silently.
Pause it for a second.
Never mind.
Don't stand by silently, but we don't have to either, douche. The FBI has been atrocious.
Thank you.
Lately. Atrocious. The FBI deserves all the criticism the FBI is getting right now. So don't start whining to me about the FBI. These attacks on the FBI. I'm going to cry.
They're saying mean things.
Play the victim.
Jeez.
A government agency
every
playing
time.
the victim.
Every time. All right, let's see this.
I will not stand by silently when their integrity is unfairly attacked.
Don't cry.
Shut
The
up.
men and women of the FBI
He always sounds
and
like
the
he's going to
Justice
cry.
Department
Always.
are dedicated, patriotic
He's got a
public
weird
servants.
voice thing going on.
Yeah.
It's almost like Katharine Hepburn. You know?
Oh, yeah. And he said, is that he also said where he was going to, he asked for the documents to be released. Mm-hmm. That was nice of him. That was nice of him after the court already ordered it.
Right.
Gee, thanks for being Mr. Magnanimous.
Right.
Yeah. And he said that that Trump was the one preventing the release of. There's just so much going on here.
And Trump said, "No, I'll go even further. I'm encouraging you to release
let it go."
Yeah. But didn't he just say in that clip that our scope is narrow?
Well,
our scope
they try.
I don't know.
They try.
Not according to the Washington Post.
We have this from the Washington Post. A source told the Post that an inventory of unclassified items in the recovered boxes is 100 pages long.
What narrow scope?
Recovered items that were improperly taken to Mar-a-Lago include a cocktail napkin.
Wow, you got it busted.
A birthday dinner menu.
Okay.
A phone list. Charts. Slide decks.
Okay.
Letters, memos, maps, talking points, schedules, and more.
Talking points were improperly taken?
Huh.
Yeah, they're supposed to keep everything, right? I mean, that's... their argument is
cocktail napkin was taken improperly.
Right. I mean, the argument is that when you're as the president, they keep everything for documentation.
No. The president can decide what goes to the archives and what is
true.
Personal.
Mm-hmm.
That is his privilege.
I got it.
Okay.
But the only thing, I guess maybe Melania's panties were under and more.
Right. What were they doing searching in her wardrobe closet?
Well, you never know where Don's going to hide stuff.
Oh.
Right.
You never know. I mean, although
they had
you
a
do,
tip.
because they said in June that they said the documents, that you have there, put an extra lock on the door and put your stuff in the safe. So they already knew where the stuff was back in June.
Yeah, they instructed him how to deal with it, where to put it,
right.
how to
So there was
lock
no
it.
need to knock down the door.
Stupid.
It was agonizing.
Just stupid. Then shots were reported fired at the FBI's Cincinnati office. And an armed person wearing body armor attempted to breach the building and encountered agents. The suspect reportedly fired a nail gun into the FBI Cincinnati building and then fled, leading to police pursuit. At about 9 o'clock in the morning, an armed suspect attempted to breach the visitor screening facility at FBI Cincinnati. After an alarm and a response by FBI special agents, the subject fled north onto Interstate 71.
Yeah.
So he shot a nail gun at him?
Yeah, they chased him for a long time. They finally got him in some
Dumbass.
field after the chase.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure he didn't make it.
Yeah.
So I'm not. I don't know how they're going to spin. They're going to, obviously Garland will spin it that this is people saying bad things about us. This is what happens.
Of course that's what it is.
But it took them hours. I mean, it was.
They
a long
did not
time.
kill the guy though, right?
Mm-hmm.
No,
they did kill him.
Yeah, I think
they
did,
killed
yeah.
him.
Fatally shot him.
Oh boy. It's because he had a nail gun.
Well, he also had an AR, right? Or
Yeah, he had a rifle.
Yeah,
and a rifle. Okay. That's weird that he shot the nail gun instead of the rifle. I'm
shoot
glad, but, either way, that would hurt a lot. A nail gun would hurt you, and it could hurt you badly. So
I've seen the movies.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it happen on documentaries.
I mean, I'm sure you've lived it in the main
So
streets.
after that
Yeah, definitely.
powerful speech from the Attorney General of the United States, Donald Trump just ran and hid, right? He's scared of him now?
Not exactly. He released this statement.
Oh, okay.
Not only will I not oppose the release of documents related to the un-American, unwarranted, and unnecessary raid and break-in of my home in Palm Beach, Florida, Mar-a-Lago, I am going a step further by encouraging the immediate release of those documents.
Okay.
Even though they have been drawn up by radical left Democrats and possible future political opponents who have a strong and powerful vested interest in attacking me, much as they have done for the last 6 years. My poll numbers are the strongest they have ever been. Fundraising by the Republican Party is breaking all records, and midterm elections are fast approaching. This unprecedented political weaponization of law enforcement is inappropriate and highly unethical. The world is watching as our country is being brought to a new low, not only on our border, crime, economy, energy, national security, and so much more, but also with respect to our sacred elections. Release the documents now! There it is.
That's his trademark exclamation.
You can make the case that he should, if he's going to run, he needs to announce it now. And make it clear now that he's going to run, just to put it in their face.
There's a certain time when it's advantageous to do that due to campaign election laws.
I know, and he's been dancing around that this whole time,
and you always
you're
told
supposed
that
to wait
line,
until after the midterms and all that stuff. But it's a new day. It's a new day. If you're going to run, state it now. Let's know you're campaigning right now against Joseph Robinette Biden or whoever the Democrats have to go up against the Republican nominee.
Yeah, we're making a strong assumption that Joe is going to even be allowed to run by his party, but I'm with you.
But put him on notice. Put him on notice now. I'm running.
Mm-hmm.
Now's the best time, yeah.
I'm not opposed to that.
He hasn't called
Fine
me
with
for
that.
advice, so.
No, probably not.
Does anyone call you for
probably
advice
not?
ever? Has anyone ever picked up the phone and said, "Hey, Jeffy, I need some advice"? And if so, what was it on? How to get out of a sexual harassment lawsuit?
Yes, and I don't recall.
Okay. Very good.
All right. So the raid on Mar-a-Lago was based largely on information from an FBI confidential human source.
Oh, they're always reliable, too. Have you seen Whitmer up in Michigan? Your human source.
So it's not from the animal world. This did not come from the animal world, I guess. And it's not plant-based information.
Right.
This is from a human source.
It didn't come from a robot dog wandering around Mar-a-Lago.
Well, that's part of the animal world. So it did not come from any of the animal world, nor was it plant-based. What a weird way to say that. An FBI confidential human source. Oh, okay. Who else would give you information?
It would just be video, right? It'd be video confirmation of things.
That's still human. You're still taking a video of humans. One who is able to identify what classified documents former President Trump was still hiding, and even the location of those documents. The officials who have direct knowledge of the FBI's deliberations and were granted anonymity in order to discuss sensitive matters said the raid of Donald Trump's Florida residence was deliberately timed to occur when the former president was away.
Absolutely. They were hoping to get something out of this so they could get the money shot of Donald in handcuffs, and they want that bad.
I know that there's much speculation that there is political persecution, but it is really the best and the worst of the bureaucracy in action, the official said. They wanted to punctuate the fact that this was a routine law enforcement action, stripped of any political overtones, and yet got exactly the opposite. Well, of course they did.
Yeah.
You can't do this and not have everybody think it's politically motivated.
Hello? Oh, no, it's not political. It's only been politically motivated against Donald Trump for 6 or 7 years now.
Right.
Or maybe even 8 now. And this isn't going to be seen that way.
When did he come down the escalator? 2015?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Summer of 2015, I think.
There you go.
Ever since then, 7 years now. There are reports that the FBI was looking for nuclear-related documents. Which,
by the way, according to reports, they knew. I mean, if it was that important, if these documents were that important, why didn't we get them in June then? Why did we wait?
And why are you giving Team Trump the option to respond to that then when, I mean, if it's that imperative.
Right.
Right, exactly. And at this point, with any government agency, are you going to trust anything that they turn over as evidence? Yeah, we found this at Trump's compound.
No, because like Trump said, it could be planted.
Absolutely.
Easily. How could, he's not there. And they were there for, 9 hours? You couldn't have brought something in and just, I dropped it in there.
After they kicked everybody
dropped
out?
it in one of those boxes.
Stop.
You had the one attorney
easy.
who was on site, and even she said that she could barely
she could
get
barely
a glance
see.
at the...
It's like they kept her 50 feet away from the warrant and everything else that was going on.
But there's not a chance, though, that my federal government would plant evidence anywhere.
No,
There you go.
Come on.
There you go.
Oh, come on. That's just silly talk.
I don't even like hearing it.
A dangerous time.
It is. It is. All right, let me tell you about preborn. We can finally celebrate the fact that Roe versus Wade has been overturned. It was responsible for the slaughter of over 63 million babies. 63 million babies. Now the decision to abort a baby will be handed over to the states, and so sadly, abortion will continue in the most liberal of states, and it'll probably increase in those states. Over the past 16 years, Preborn has positioned their clinics in the top abortion cities where 50% of abortions take place. Preborn's work of saving babies' lives will continue at an even greater level as they fight Planned Parenthood and now defend their centers from the radical hate groups. So if you can afford any gift of any size, whether it's $10 or $1,000, please contribute if you can. They really need your donations. They go to provide ultrasounds for women considering abortions, and 80% of the time after the woman sees the ultrasound, they choose life. The other thing they have to do is protect their people in these centers now because they're under attack from these radicals. To donate, dial pound 250. Say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby, or go to preborn.com/Pat.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Have the president at CPAC. We've had this. I've had this all week and kept forgetting about it, but wanted to share with you the story that Donald Trump shared at CPAC about the time when he, sure enough, he took control of the beast by leaping forward from the back of the limo and grabbing the steering wheel.
Oh, so he confirmed that.
Yeah, here's his
Oh,
there's that. Yeah.
look at that.
Okay. Or some of it, but. Okay.
The Donald Wick.
So we do have the actual footage, but here he is talking about that situation at CPAC.
You know what else I don't want to talk about? How about that phony story? I'm sitting in the back of the Beast. I wasn't sure if I should be honored because I felt very strong. And I had these two big, strong Secret Service guys. And one guy could lift 350 pounds, no problem. And I said, take me to the Capitol. Oh, sir, can't do it. So I grabbed the steering wheel.
Yeah.
To commandeer the crowd. And he rebuffed me, she said. He rebuffed. Interesting word. He rebuffed me, yeah, like this. He rebuffed me. So my hands fell around another powerful guy. Strong as hell. I know these people. These are very strong people. It's just not my deal. And I started to choke him. I felt, when the story came out, some people said, I never knew you were that strong physically. And then they said I started throwing food all over the White House. No, I have too much respect for the White House. But that somebody could sort of believe, that you could. But to think that I'm going to be jumping into the seat, grabbing a wheel, being rebuffed, grabbing this big, powerful guy, his neck is like this, and grabbing, I'm going to take him. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, what we have to put. And guess what?
What?
The Secret Service put out an announcement, which they never do, put out an announcement that it never happened, which everyone knew anyway. But they won't interview anybody from the Secret Service because they don't want to hear that.
Right.
And I still see the Times writing about it like it's something that happened. They don't want that. They haven't called anybody from the Secret Service to put them on the stand.
Right.
It's a disgrace what's going on. It's a one-sided witch hunt that continues and continues.
Yeah. I noticed he just glossed over grabbing the clavicle.
Yeah, tore the clavicle right out of his body. He tore his clavicle. He pulled his clavicle out of the Secret Service agent's body.
After being rebuffed.
Yeah.
Admission by
Guy didn't have a
omission.
collarbone anymore. It was gone.
Mm-hmm. So it's basically admission by omission.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
And I will say, I did catch the beginning of Donald Trump's speech at CPAC, and man, Lee Greenwood showed up. The entire proud to be an American.
Wow.
So he finally wrapped up in West Virginia.
He finally wrapped up in West Virginia. Wow. Showed up in Dallas.
Did he, or did he go back to West Virginia?
Showed up in Dallas.
Oh.
Let's see if he's back in West Virginia
Is he back
now,
in West
because
Virginia?
I can't imagine he left for good.
Yeah,
Do we have?
I don't
know.
think,
Oh, no, he's gone.
I don't think we have
I
the
guess
feed.
I
He's
guess
actually
gone.
been booked for Kansas. He's going to be in Kansas on September 11th, I'm told, for a NASCAR event.
Okay.
So Lee Greenwood getting his feet under him now all of a sudden, wrapping up
Good for
in
him.
West Virginia.
Yeah.
Maybe 20 years is long enough for one song. I don't know. You got to admire his endurance. You really do.
Yeah, you do.
But that's great that Trump is, mocking that story was so ridiculous. It was so asinine. It was insulting to the intelligence of the American people that he dove from the back of that gigantic limo into the front, across the divider that's there in every limousine, grabs the steering wheel, grabs the guy's clavicle. Come on. And he's right in that they didn't call him to testify. You might remember when this story was being told, they were still doing the show trial. Yeah. And they said, yeah, we planned to call him. We planned to. No, and they never did.
Did you?
No, of course not.
Oh, they're not. I don't think they're done either.
But they're not going to call. They're not going to call these.
No,
because,
you're right.
like Trump said, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear that it didn't happen.
Officially, they're not done, right? I mean, they said they were coming back after the summer break or whatever. But
I wouldn't be surprised to see that just go away now.
Me too. Yeah.
They got nothing. They have nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Well, Liz Cheney will probably keep it going just so she feels important in her waning months as a representative.
Yeah, she better enjoy it because that's about to come to a crashing halt.
Did you see the ad that her dad did for her? I mean, I think
I did.
that's going to push her over the top.
Yeah, it was powerful.
I mean,
I'm her dad, and I voted for her. Wow, that's a surprise.
bro.
In our nation's
Shocking.
246-year history, there has never been an individual
That's 'cause he
who was
hasn't had a
greater
cigarette
threat to
in
our
10 years.
republic than Donald Trump.
No
he tried to steal the last
individual.
election using lies and violence to keep himself in power after the voters had rejected him.
The most dangerous
He's a
person
coward.
in the history.
A real
Donald
man
Trump.
wouldn't lie to his supporters. He lost
Shut
his
up.
election, and he lost big. I know it, he knows it, and deep down, I think most Republicans know it. Lynn and I are so proud of Liz for standing up for the truth. Doing
Really?
what's right,
Are you? Huh.
honoring her oath to the
How strange.
Constitution.
Her dad
And so
would.
many in our party are too scared to do so.
Yeah.
Liz is fearless. She never backs down from a fight. There is nothing more important she will
She's
ever
also
do
liberal.
than lead the effort to
You
make
know,
sure
out
Donald
of step
Trump
with Wyoming.
is never again
I don't know if you
worthy
know
of
that,
office.
Dick.
And she will succeed.
Yeah, stop shooting your
And
friends.
she
I'm
will
Dick Cheney.
succeed
I
Yeah.
proudly
to make
voted
sure
for my
Trump
daughter.
doesn't get in
I
office
hope
again.
you will too.
No, I won't. But he did vote
Is-
for his daughter.
is-
He voted for his daughter.
Is Donald running against Liz?
Not that I know of, no.
So hold on. So the
Not that I know
guy who shot his friend in the face is trying to tell me how to vote?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's an accident. Who hasn't done that when you're out?
That happened to me 3 times
shooting?
last week
I
alone.
know you're out.
I shot
shooting.
3 guys in the face last week. Accidentally, of course.
Yeah, of course.
That's called
It's
a crime
buckshot.
spree.
It's buckshot. It goes everywhere.
No, it was 3 separate instances, 3 separate days. So,
That's
Dang
called
it.
a serial killer.
and it's just bad luck.
Oh, they didn't
The
die.
Bad darn luck.
Okay.
The guy he shot though lived.
Yeah, he didn't
yeah,
Yeah,
die.
he was
He's
fine.
fine.
He's fine. Don't worry about
A
it.
serial
Birdshot.
killer. Shut up.
And he,
I'm not talking about Dick being the serial killer. Catch up, man. Well, this guy right here.
yeah, because I did it 3 times
3
last
times.
week.
I know.
alone.
Well, shot people in the face isn't
Yeah.
killing them.
No, right.
That's my point.
And it was an accident.
So you're fine.
The collective ADD in this room. It's like,
It's amazing.
it's nuclear.
All right. So last night, apparently they held they did the Field of Dreams game again,
Yeah.
right? Because that was really cool last year. So
Yeah,
they
it
thought,
was.
let's make that an every year
I
thing.
guess Kevin showed up too.
Did he?
I guess Costner was there too. So
Cubs and Reds
I
this
thought he
year.
was going to be busy this year, but
But no,
Guess
he was
not.
there.
I guess Major League Baseball
That's cool.
wrote a good check.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Plus, if it revives his movie and people start watching it again, maybe he gets more on the back end.
Maybe. I mean,
know?
it's not like he doesn't have enough to do.
I know. He's got Yellowstone coming up pretty soon,
Yes,
doesn't
he does.
When is that?
Season
Are they
5.
shooting right now?
Yeah, they might be close to being wrapped up, but season 5 is it starts in late October, November, something like that.
Okay.
What was the, not to get, here's the ADD. What's the latest Star Wars thing on Disney Plus show that we've been watching? Oh, what was the most recent one? Right? Exactly. I'm having a brain fart too.
Oh, it was Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, yeah. Okay. So, it's this total ADD moment, but talking about Field of Dreams and stuff. I was sitting there watching the Obi-Wan stuff thinking, if James Earl Jones had died before they were making this stuff and they had to replace the voice of Darth Vader, I would be out.
Yeah.
I mean, because
Yeah.
he is Darth Vader. They better record every line they could possibly
will.
need for the next 50 years.
They will. The James Earl Foundation will be plugging that. He'll be getting paid forever for that.
Anyhow, so we had the Field of Dreams game last night with the Reds and the Cubs, and
I guess they even had a hologram of Harry Caray showing up.
yeah, reactions mixed on this. This is a hologram.
Let me hear you. Very loud.
I thought it was kind of cool.
Acho.
Three. Take me out to the ballgame. Take
I mean, this is 360 degrees of Harry Caray.
Yeah.
This is
Jeez.
the technology is insane.
Incredible.
Watch how realistic this is.
So people didn't like it because they thought it was creepy.
Look at
Oh,
this.
look at that!
See, nobody's
Crowd loves it.
yeah, nobody's looking up though.
Yeah.
Can they see? They can't see it in person, right? It's just on TV. Nobody's looking at the booth like, hey, let's look at the hologram up there. See? So, I don't know. The people on social media, not a fan.
Huh.
Well, the Chicago Cubs had tweeted out, "How dare you, Major League Baseball?"
Wow.
They did?
Yeah. How
What?
dare you?
Did they really?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah.
The
That's
Cubs
what
didn't
the
like
tweet
it.
sounded like. Yeah, and I'm guessing that they wanted to use it, at Wrigley.
Yeah. Wow. So they weren't aware that Major League Baseball was going to use it?
I don't know.
How dare you? I mean, all the rights go through Major League Baseball because they own it. That's how they dare. What are you talking about? How dare you? That's just bizarre.
I think that's one of those things. This Harry Caray hologram might be something we look back on years from now. Man, remember how rudimentary and spooky that was back then? Now you can't even tell the difference. I
Yeah.
can see us getting there soon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're pretty close to being there, actually. So who won the game last night?
The Cubs 4-2.
All right. In the Field of Dreams in Iowa. Apparently they're gonna do that every year now, right?
Why not?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind
It's
of
a cool setup, man.
It is cool.
And they put a lot of I don't know how much, but they put a lot into that stadium
Tries
there.
to endear baseball back to America.
Well, it's got to cost a fortune to get everybody to Iowa to play a baseball game. And it's a pretty nice stadium.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty
The
amazing.
movie said, "Build it, and they will come."
And they did. And they keep
There's a couple
coming.
NFL games last night too, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
there
Oh,
were.
there's
At
one
least-
tonight,
there's at
too.
least one.
I think there were a couple of games.
I think there were a
last
couple.
night.
Yeah, there were two last night, and I think there's one tonight. The Jets play the Detroit Lions, so there's some former BYU players involved in there. Jamal Williams for the Detroit Lions.
Is there somebody that plays for the Jets?
And somebody that plays for the Jets. I can't remember his name.
The
Zach
guy
Wilson.
who dates over older women.
Yeah.
That guy.
I don't know if he dates them.
I don't know.
but-
I was going to say dating is an awful strong word.
Yeah. Okay.
And again, he says no. So we'll see. I don't know.
Oh, sure.
Who knows?
Hello, you have to
Right.
deny.
That's not what he's saying in the locker room. I bet.
I don't know because they're loving it in the NFL. I mean, the players are calling him
Yeah.
the GOAT. The greatest of all time because he slept with his mother's friend. Okay. All right. Whatever. So anyway, if it's cool that NFL football is back.
I know.
I mean, we're just a couple of weeks away from college football now. 2 weeks away from the Nebraska game, I think.
Mm-hmm. 2 weeks
Ish.
from tomorrow. Yep.
Nice.
3 weeks away from NFL football regular season? When does it start? The 11th or something?
Well, Sunday the 11th, but Thursday
That
the
Thursday
8th.
night game. Yeah, there's a Thursday night game before that, right? Yeah.
Okay.
And the NFL beginning next year is going to add a Black Friday game to the slate. So you'll have 3 Thanksgiving Day games, one
man.
Friday game, and then your Sunday, Monday
That's
fun.
sweet. All right. I mean, I love that.
The only night that they haven't taken over is Tuesday. And I mean, you might as well just get that one too.
You got some of
Just
that.
take Tuesday.
You did get some Tuesday
We
and
did
Thursday
get-
games during the COVID season.
That is
Yeah.
true. That's true.
They've covered it all.
So maybe it's a Wednesday game they've never had.
I
Then.
thought one of those.
Have they had a
It
Wednesday
feels
game?
like the
During
Steelers were
COVID, they may have.
playing.
Yeah, during COVID, they may have, but not for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
for real.
I'm going to
So-
just do a quick.
So Saturday goes to college. And then Friday night, Friday
Supposed
night,
to be high
and
school football, but
Friday night. Well, they usually have the late night college game on Friday nights, which I
and
like.
there is some
Which I like.
college.
And you get Saturday, and then you're done. Goodbye.
Well, you
It's
get
the
Thursday.
NFL.
You get Thursday college football too. Thursday
From
college
time
football.
to time, but
sometimes Friday.
the Friday night
Always
games you get.
Saturday.
Yeah, always.
And
Saturday.
then NFL Sunday. So,
I love it.
I do too.
I love it.
I do too. It really can't get enough football, really, for my money. 888-933-93. More Pat Gray Unleashed. Coming up.
If it's good enough for them, is it good enough for you?
Now back to Pat Gray Unleashed.
No, you look like an idiot.
That's true.
Got some tweets here. Sasquatch Cougar fan tweets. I wonder if the FBI who raided Trump's Trump's house worked the 2020 election. Same tactics by keeping his lawyers out from seeing anything. Head Pat Head tweets, the FBI isn't about to go into Mar-a-Lago when Trump, the clavicle crusher, is home.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
The way he tore that clavicle out of that Secret Service agent body, brutal.
That'd be
absolutely
a good
brutal.
pro wrestling name. The clavicle crusher.
Yeah, it's not bad. From Jeffy is fat.
Wait, that's the handle?
Yeah. Jeffy is fat.
Okay.
The way Trump told that story makes me think he actually did throw food at the wall.
Absolutely. That's what we said.
Move past that.
Absolutely. Because
you could believe that.
You could believe that. You could believe that.
Well, we said it at the time.
Yeah.
You can believe that. And who
And
cares?
so what?
Right. So what if he did throw a hamburger at the wall? Who cares? Of course she was a little pissed.
I mean, I will say it's a little bit of a waste of food. I'm a little disappointed in him, but who cares? It's his food. He can do with it what he wants.
A lot worse things have happened at the White House than a hamburger being thrown at the wall. I mean, I guarantee it.
You say worse.
I guarantee it. Think of the people who have lived there.
Do you have a specific time frame we should be focusing in on?
I do. 92 to 2000.
Again, you say worse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I do say that.
That's good analysis, Jeffrey. There's two sides to every story.
Thank you.
All right. Here's something creepy. You might want the kids not to look at this for a second. AI was asked to predict. They keep doing this kind of stuff with advanced AI units because I don't know if they're trying to prove they're sentient or try to prove they're going to kill us eventually or what the deal is. But they asked AI to predict what the last human on Earth will look like.
Ooh, interesting.
And the results. There you go. The results. Would kind of lead you to believe that maybe there's a mutant future in store for us.
I mean, your kids see this on video games every day. Don't worry about it.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. Worse than this.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. So these are the different options here that we've got for the last human on Earth. I mean, how many times you're seeing these guys on your dating apps, I wonder.
I'm swiping left, baby.
Swiping left. Look at that.
Oh, that one hits really
The one in the middle, I'm swiping right.
Are you?
One in the middle.
Swiping right.
That's why we have your
kids
kids out of the room.
A lot of people just vomited. So
nice job, Rob. That's good stuff.
Is it?
You probably will be the last human on Earth. I mean, you've been here for how long now?
Mm-hmm.
Long time.
Long time.
You're gonna.
And he's got all those competing viruses in his body, and so
nothing phases this.
No, right.
I was going to say man, but I'm not sure what that was up there.
Meanwhile, the president of the American Federation of Teachers says remote learning was not the way to go.
What?
Huh. Wait, what?
Where did you hear that though first?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Did anybody say that before?
Sounds familiar. I just can't quite place it.
Here she is.
You have all of the pandemic stress and strain, particularly that kids are coming in with greater needs because of 2 years of disruption.
Yep.
What a surprise. Yeah, who saw that coming? I don't know, everybody. Everybody. And then it turns out it wasn't the best thing for them? What? Huh. These people. I mean, is there anything that we were wrong about and they were right about? I don't think so.
I mean, they're changing everything back to what we said should be done to begin with.
Yes, they are.
Listen to this. The CDC has completely changed their tune on virtually everything.
Yep.
The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says the nation should move away from restrictive measures such as quarantines and social distancing and focus on reducing severe disease from COVID-19.
Oh.
Duh.
Really?
Welcome to the party.
I mean, the numbers are going to go up here again anyway, which is going to throw people off because kids are going back to school, right? Schools are open, so the numbers of COVID are going to go up. But, oh well.
Are they?
I mean,
well, let's look.
How much?
Yeah, once the kids get back into school, right? Your school's open in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, some places they've
around
already
the
started.
country.
And I just wonder, how long have they had this template? Because we have all the bullet points. I don't know, Rob, if you want to put them on the screen here, but how long do you think they've had this sitting there waiting to publish this? And you know what happened? Other federal agencies look really bad. It's a bad week for the DOJ, the FBI, and the IRS. So you've got the
and
CDC.
the CDC.
Yeah, the CDC's like, hey, guys, we can help you out here. We'll make the people in this country like us again here at the federal government.
Yeah.
Let's say, hey, you're free to go back to life the way it was. That'll distract them. It's maddening.
We're at 105,000 infections right now. We were up to 128. 128,000, it's down to 105. So it's going the right way right now, but you're right. Maybe in the fall it'll start going back up. I don't know. Deaths 485 average. So
yeah, I mean, this is what they're doing, right? And they're changing. You don't have to if you. They said yesterday, right? If you have been exposed. Right? Did Keith?
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah,
you don't have to quarantine anymore.
You don't quarantine.
right.
We're going to get to that in a second.
Okay.
But the new CDC guidelines say contact tracing, another hallmark of the pandemic, should be limited to hospitals and certain high-risk group living situations like nursing
said
homes.
That from the beginning.
I mean, all of this we said.
Yep.
All of it.
All of it.
The new guidance also does not advise quarantining people who've been exposed to COVID-19 but are not infected. I mean, and if you test positive, you should stay home for 5 days, not 10 or 14, whatever it was in the beginning. That is incredible. So the new guidelines are these. Those exposed to the virus are no longer required to quarantine. Unvaccinated people now have the same guidance as vaccinated people. Huh.
Isn't that interesting?
I thought this was a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
Yeah, so the
Apparently
companies
not.
that have mandated people being vaccinated, what happens to that? What happens about the people who
I hope that
lost
goes away.
their jobs
It should go
because
away.
they wouldn't get vaccinated?
Yeah.
Yep.
What happens to them?
Students can stay in class after being exposed to the virus. It's no longer recommended to screen those without symptoms either. Jeez.
And no longer that 6 feet distancing rule.
Right.
Yep. I'm telling you, this is one government agency riding to the rescue to the others who are struggling this week.
Well, and also a big point in that is that
They've had this ready forever, I guarantee
yes,
you.
when schools are opening up again, like I said, so they made sure they put in students can stay in class after being exposed. So when the kid gets sick, they're not shutting down the schools.
Yeah, and what is that? They say CDC's COVID-19 prevention recommendations no longer differentiate based on a person's I mean, it's got to be lawsuit time, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And because you can come to your boss or your HR director and say, look, here's the latest CDC guideline. I want my job back and I want back pay. And that's what Thomas Massey, I think, is who tweeted that out this morning. Absolutely. I think that's who tweeted that out. Man, I really hope that was him. Because how many people lost their jobs?
Too many. Shouldn't have been any, but it was way too many.
Of course.
Let me take a minute and tell you about My Patriot Supply. Are you ready if the peanut butter really hits the fan? Because just recently, Business Insider magazine ran an article that said we're in a global food crisis that will wreak havoc on local economies and trigger civil unrest. It's time to get your family some emergency food before it's too late. Go to preparewithpat.com. You'll save $250 on a 3-month emergency food kit from My Patriot Supply. With these savings, plus free shipping, comes out to about $2.50 per meal. $2.50 per meal. That's incredible. My Patriot Supply offers ready hour food, the brand people look for when they're ready for real preparedness. Their 3-month food kit has a wide variety of delicious meals. Your family won't go hungry when you have this food. Go to preparewithpat.com. Save $250 on your 3-month emergency food kit. This actually says preparewithpatgray.com. Did they add the Pat Gray? Will you try that, Keith? Okay. It's an inflation-busting price. It can't be matched. Go to preparewithpatgray.com to secure your food. Preparewithpatgray.com.
Pat Gray.
Yeah, so both actually work.
Oh, they both work.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
good.
prepare with Pat and preparewithpatgray.com. Now, I do want to point out one quick thing here. I said that I thought it might have been Thomas Massey saying, hey, let's give him back pay. It was not him. So, but this is what he tweeted out. He tweeted out some guidance from the CDC talking about how there's no difference now in how you treat a vaccinated person or unvaccinated. He said, I guess the folks at CDC can be labeled anti-vaxxers now. In the damn mandates, and quit banning people from social media for stating this fact. And he's literally just copied and pasted what the CDC said. So if you're going to kick people off for saying that the vaccine does no good, then I guess you're going to have to treat the CDC with the same standard.
Well, they're not saying that the vaccine doesn't work. They're just saying you're going to treat the unvaccinated the same.
Okay.
And that's their line.
Well, I'd like
Thank
today's
you for that, Jeffy.
Yeah, I'd like
You're
today's
welcome.
entire show to end up on
that.
YouTube. Therefore, I won't respond. I'm going to save Daniel some trouble today.
Well, we got Stephen Quay, too. Dr. Stephen Quay,
I forgot about this one.
who's been on top of the
this
COVID
is good.
situation from the beginning, and he just said this to Congress.
Are you concerned with the continuation and expansion of Chinese gain-of-function research?
Well, I think I testified here that in December 2019, they were doing synthetic biology on a cloning vector of the Nipah virus, which is 60% lethal. We just experienced a 1% lethal virus. My estimates would be that could set us back a millennium. The Black Plague was a 20% lethal event, and it was 250 years for civilization to return.
Jeez.
Catch all those numbers?
Wow.
So we just turned society upside down for what, 1% lethal?
Yeah.
Which is less. Actually.
Black Plague was 20% lethal.
Yeah. And they're over there in their little chemistry set working on something with 60% lethal.
Jeez.
Okay.
Oh, my
Well,
gosh.
happy Friday.
Wow. That's chilling. Oof.
Did you see what the last human would look like?
I did.
Earlier?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I was just wondering.
I did.
How far out in the future was that? A couple weeks? Oh.
Well, the future is here. I mean, one of those pictures was very close to what we're looking at right now.
It's already here.
Boy.
Jeez. Think of that. 1% lethal, the Black Plague 20% lethal, and they're working on something that's 60% lethal. How about you stop working on that? How about you destroy that virus? And let's move on.
That'd be nice.
Stop doing this gain-of-function crap. It's outrageous. It's inevitable. It's almost inevitable that there's going to be some kind of accident, and it's going to get out of that lab, and 60% of the human race is going to die because of your stupidity.
Think of all of the things on your to-do list this weekend and how tough it is to make ends meet, and you got to be on this side of town and this side of town. All your plans and all your crazy life really just depends on some mad scientist halfway around the world and what he's doing in his lab, quite frankly. I don't know why we have people in society that feel the need to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's bizarre. Also, Moderna's CEO has compared COVID-19 vaccines to iPhones, saying you'll probably need to get a new version once a year.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
That is, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
You have to get
not quite as much to look forward to as a new iPhone, but just do it and shut up. All right. Stefan Bancel told CNN Business that he predicts the world will see a once-a-year vaccine in the coming years that protects against strains of COVID-19, the flu, or any other prevalent viruses, all in one shot.
Ugh.
We think we can put in a single product a lot of mRNAs taking care of all those viruses, and that's once a year. You should be able to get an annual booster, a single dose that has in the vial all those mRNAs for all those viruses that are, of course, adapted to the strain of a season, like the flu, like the COVID strain, and so on, he said. He compared the potential new shot to an iPhone, noting how a lot of customers opt to buy a new smartphone every September with new apps.
Listen to this.
Huh.
Your body is.
I mean, that's what they do with the flu shot, right? I mean, we're still paying for the Spanish flu with the flu shot. So, I guess. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
That's
right.
exactly
That's
the
what we're
same
doing.
idea, which is you'll get COVID and flu and RSV in your single dose. And you'll get what's the best science of the moment to protect you from the strain circulating now and in the fall and the winter, he said.
So shut up.
Right, so
Okay, just take it.
don't bellyache anymore.
Honestly, the tragedy in this whole situation with the COVID vaccine is now people are more hesitant to get fill-in-the-blank vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you trust? Like, what is it that you trust a medical professional to give you now?
Yeah, are you going to go out? Let's say monkeypox gets worse. You going to get the monkeypox vaccine? The smallpox thing?
I believe I already have. So
You have?
I think so.
What do you mean? When? Like when you were
The
a
smallpox?
kid?
Yeah, I think so.
Little kid? Yeah. Well, I think you need a booster since then.
That was smallpox.
Yeah. That was smallpox.
Yeah, and
That's
for
what the monkeypox is.
No, it's not as effective against monkeypox. It's
Also,
somewhat.
it's worn off by now.
Plus, I ask, hey, have you got the goo? No? Okay, we're good.
When's
You
your
ask.
next trip
Under
out?
what circumstances do you ask that?
Hey.
Hey.
Before we get any farther.
All right.
We
got any
we know
goo?
from the audio we had you were in Ohio last weekend. Are you going to South Beach soon? What is happening here?
Wow.
Goodness.
I mean, they're reluctant to even ask people who have high risk situations going on to maybe lower the risk in their
No,
situations.
they have asked that, though. I mean, who said, yeah, you
in
need
some
to...
places they
Really?
have, in some places they have not.
Don't forget, they had no trouble asking you to not go to your grandmother's funeral.
Right.
Don't go see relatives in the
Don't
nursing
leave
home.
your home.
Yeah, stay home. Whatever.
Don't go to work. Don't go to school. But we can't ask anybody about their high risk.
Yeah.
If you're going to a bathhouse with
Right.
14 different partners,
Keep it
that's
zipped.
just fine. Of course you're going to do that.
Two weeks, you know? Keep
Yeah.
it zipped for 2 weeks to flatten the curve. Ugh.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Welcome to it. Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. So what do you make of... did you guys see that Ferrari has recalled almost every
Almost all of
single car?
Did I see? I had
that
to
has
take
been-
my car back. What are you talking about?
Did you?
Did I see? Yes.
Oh, wow. I haven't seen your Ferrari in the parking
That's
lot.
why.
Yeah, he
It
parks
was
it out back.
recalled.
So it's been recalled for 10 years?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man,
Why are we
they
just
should
seeing
get
this?
that
Nothing I
fixed.
enjoy more than driving 35 miles an hour in my Ferrari that can go 180.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on with the Ferrari?
So
Yeah,
every
they've had-
car since 2005 that
Yeah.
they sold in
Like
America
24,000 cars.
has something wrong with the brakes. It's 23,555
Yeah,
cars.
the cap doesn't
Jeez.
fit right, so it either creates this vacuum so the brakes don't work, or the fluid leaks out so the brakes don't work. That seems to be an issue after you're traveling 160 miles an hour.
It does.
Apparently, people want to
Yeah.
stop.
Well, yeah, going fast isn't the thing. It's stopping before the wall.
Was it-
that is the thing.
Was there
That's the
thing.
problem.
a
Yeah,
tragedy
that's the
or
thing.
reported really bad accidents that
In the article I read, it didn't mention any.
Yeah, I
But there
didn't see
must
where
have
there was-
been some,
I
right?
didn't
If the
see where there
brakes
was
are
any
faulty.
big tragedy. I mean, unlike the airbag issue.
But apparently the
That's about
repair is fairly straightforward. They just replace a brake fluid reservoir cap,
Yeah.
update the software, and you're good to go. So there you go.
I'll just take it over there today.
Yeah, I thought you already took it in.
Oh, yeah, well, that's
So
my
I haven't
first
seen it in
one.
the parking
The first
lot.
one.
Oh, okay.
we got news for you.
All
You're not going to see them again.
Plus,
if
I
they've been-
I also have news for you. Most Ferraris do not have fat guy seating.
That's for sure. That's for sure. So we know you're not driving one.
Correct.
Yeah, we know you were just lying.
There's a hole in your story,
Mm-hmm.
like a really big,
I guess what I
round,
was saying.
large,
Like a stuck
Oversized.
between the moon and New York City hole.
yeah,
Like that kind
maybe
of
the
hole.
size of Jupiter hole, just for reference.
It's a lot of money for these companies, though. And, those the Takata airbags, they're still blowing up, still having problems. And that has harmed people. People have died and been harmed drastically from all these airbags. And that's costing the company. They've recalled darn near all of them. And I thought the issue was fixed. No, not so fast.
Wow.
They're still blowing up. So really weird.
Just exploding in people's faces and
getting
killing
too
them.
hot. And the good thing is it hasn't been hot in a lot of the United States lately.
Yeah,
so
110's not hot. I don't know what people consider hot, but it's not 110 Fahrenheit.
I was in my car yesterday. I looked up at the mirror with the temperature gauge, and it was under 100. And I thought, oh man, I need a jacket.
Broken. Yeah, I know.
What's going on?
I need a jacket, man.
I know. When I was driving home, it was 93.
Yeah, it was in the 90s.
What?
I know.
I better turn on the heat.
Yeah.
It's cold in here.
Get some hot cocoa on the way home.
Yeah. So, fall is just around the corner, and it's still this sticking hot. I saw that the temperature for today and tomorrow is going to be under 100.
Under 100, yeah.
And then back to 100 again on Sunday.
We actually got some rain at my house for a couple of days.
We got significant rain. For the first time in 3 months, we got significant rain. What, yesterday? Day before yesterday.
Last couple of days before that.
That was great. That was awesome. Also, Hulu has this trigger warning at the start of their show, Not Okay, that said, content warning, this film contains flashing lights, which almost all shows have that now. Have you noticed that?
They want to warn people. So
this film contains flashing lights, themes of trauma, and an unlikable female protagonist.
Unlikable?
Protagonist, that's what it is. Yeah, unlikable. Unlikable female protagonist. Viewer discretion is advised.
Weird.
Isn't that weird?
Really?
And the reason they did it, they said, was because in focus groups that they showed the film to, young girls were like, why would you put an unlikable female in this movie? I don't know, because there are some unlikable females, and it reflects life.
It's my movie.
You're right.
I get to do what I want.
What? It's okay for there to be unlikable men, but you can't have an unlikable female in it?
Right. Right.
How bizarre is that?
Really bizarre. And all the movies that have any kind of flashing lights or dance scenes in clubs and stuff, they have the disclaimer now so that, people don't have their...
Wait, you're not watching shows that have scenes inside of a dance club, are you? You? Come on now.
Well, there may be a few scenes.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
The lights, blinding you off the poles and stuff. It happens all the time.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I've noticed, though, a lot of times when they have that warning, there aren't any flashing
lights.
lights.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's not too bad.
I don't know.
That's because they don't affect you, Pat.
No, there's no flashing lights.
They don't affect you.
The lights
That's
don't
the
flash.
problem.
There's lights in it, but that's like they're lighting a room. But they're not flashing.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
I've seen that a million times. Be careful of flashing lights. If you have epilepsy, please don't watch this film. And then you'll see something and it has no flashing lights.
Again. It doesn't affect you. That's why you think it's not there.
It's not there. It's not there.
If you were with
the
someone,
flashing lights wouldn't affect me if I saw them.
That it would affect, they could just go into a fit, man, and be over.
You're not supposed to say fit.
Yeah,
That's not a good word. Not a good word, Jeffy. Not good at all. No.
Take you anywhere.
Really disappointed.
Me too.
Sorry.
I'm glad you said it.
Yeah. It had to be said.
Thank you, Pat.
Keith, it had to be. Also, we've got this. This is terrible. Boston Children's Hospital is now offering gender-affirming hysterectomies for young girls. Check this out.
Gender-affirming hysterectomy is very similar to most hysterectomies that occur. A hysterectomy itself is the removal of the uterus, the cervix, which is the opening of the uterus, and the fallopian tubes, which are attached to the sides of the uterus. Some gender-affirming hysterectomies will also include the removal of the ovaries. But it's technically a separate procedure called a bilateral oophorectomy. And not every gender-affirming hysterectomy includes that, and people who are getting gender-affirming hysterectomies do not have to have their ovaries removed.
Good.
Boston Children's Hospital.
Gender-affirming hysterectomy.
Help us.
What? No, if you're affirming their gender, Wouldn't you want their hysterectomy to stay?
Yeah, you
or
think so.
their ovaries to stay? You want their baby factory still in there you're affirming their gender.
Well, you're affirming the gender they think they are, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, that's not affirming. You're changing to what they now want to be classified as.
Yeah.
So that's not affirming. What an asinine thing to call it, gender affirming. And what are you doing at the Boston Children's Hospital?
Helping.
Are they helping? Okay. Children? They have their ovaries taken out and the fallopian tubes?
It's
good gosh.
society, man. Get it together.
When it resolves itself, 80% of the time.
Yeah.
80%. They go on and become comfortable again with themselves in their own skin.
Push this stuff.
Wow.
The more you need to invest in mental facilities for the future, because there's going to be a lot of people, and we've heard from many of them who absolutely regret having done this to their bodies. This next thing, this news clip with this mom and her child, this is just what it speaks for itself.
This from Nebraska?
I don't know where it is.
9-year-old Kieran Clausen collects crystals. She dabbles in face paint, and she loves sports.
What do you play?
I did play volleyball, soccer.
Watch the mom.
I want to play basketball.
To Kieran, who's transgender, it's not about racking up victories.
I don't want to win any trophies for it, though. I feel like that's the most unfair way to compete, because it's not about winning.
What's it about?
Pause it for a second.
No. We get it.
Look at that. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead with it.
Though I feel like that's the most unfair way to compete, because it's not about winning.
That's the second
Kieran
time.
seems undeterred with a message
So they
now.
zoomed in. It's a replay of that.
How weird is
scripted.
that?
It's absolutely scripted. This entire thing is scripted. That
she's mouthing what her child is saying as she's saying it.
Yeah.
Just the way we practiced, honey. Good. Just the way we practiced. Good. You remember gender affirming. You good girl. Good. So this was a boy and is now a girl, or
you know what? I can't even keep up anymore. I
know.
guess. Who knows?
Is that the end of the report, or is
I don't know that it's the end of the report.
That's incredible.
But never mind the gender affirming stuff happening in this news package. It's what she was saying that she was mouthing. That says everything you need to know about.
Go back and show that
competition in America anymore.
That is crazy.
It's not about winning.
Hell yeah, it is.
Oh yeah.
Why else would you compete?
Man.
Because it's not about winning.
What's it about?
Having fun with your friends for it, though. I feel like that's the most unfair way to compete, because it's not about winning.
That's the most unfair way to compete.
Weird.
You know what? Do keep playing this, because I'll tell you. Yeah, she's boy going to girl, because they're making the case that Leah Thomas said, it's not about winning. I just want to go have fun. Well, then reject the trophies and the medals when you start dominating. But here's the rest of this insanity.
Kieran seems undeterred with a message now about her journey.
Never stop being you. That's it.
Never stop being you.
Yeah. There's so many kids that don't even have the opportunity to express who they really are. We are acknowledging more people as who they are than taking something away from somebody else.
Oh, no, you're taking it away from other girls. You absolutely are. And I love the title of the package. What was it again?
Title 9, 50 years later.
Title 9, 50 years later, and it's a little boy competing against girls, basically.
And they're trying to tie that in with Title 9.
Yes.
Because Title 9 now includes the boys competing against girls.
Yeah, it's over.
It is over. Title 9 has been blown to bits.
Yeah, it sure has.
Wow, that's creepy.
Yeah.
That's creepy. That they were coaching her to the extent that she's
know.
Mouthing the words that her child is saying as she's saying them during this report. Right. Good job, honey. Good job.
Always got to help your children.
Just the way we practiced it. Just the way we practiced it. That's great.
Don't defend it, Jeffy. Go back to sticking up for Joe Biden, would you? I miss that, Jeffy.
I'm just going to go to the bathhouse this weekend and forget everything, okay?
Are you?
Oh, who are you hoping to see there?
Okay.
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Well, you know who Arlen Specter liked to see.
Oh no.
Arlen Specter liked to see John Thune.
Yeah, he did.
With the body of a Greek god came walking into the Senate bathhouse.
We'll say that
he dropped his towel and got into the tub. We made sweet love for the next 4.5 hours.
Whoa. That's impressive, Sting.
I just want to go to the bathhouse. That's all I want.
Okay.
That's all I want.
Yeah, you do that.
You're going to have a good weekend.
Go to the bathhouse. It's fine. It's fine. We can't say
Thank
anything to
you.
you about it.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's right. We're not going to say a word.
You dare not say a word about it. Go ahead. Do you have an orgy, too, that you can also frequent this weekend? Some kind of naked festival that you're going to do?
We can hope.
Where the piggy party? I don't know. What do they call those things? Oh, jeez. Whatever. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's great.
To each his own.
All right. Let me tell you about Rough Greens. When you have a dog, you love your dog, you know your dog is part of your family, and you just want the best for him. And you try to give him the best, but that dry kibble dog food, that's got all the nutrients and the vitamins and minerals burned out of it in the sterilization process so that the food will last 2 to 3 years on the store shelf. Well, that's where Rough Greens comes in. You sprinkle this on top of the dog's food, and it puts back all the vitamins and minerals and the probiotics and antioxidants. Basically, all the nutrients that we're missing out of your dog's food, you can put back into it. And they love it. Dogs love this stuff. Now, if you want to be sure, Rough Greens definitely want you to be sure before you commit to buying a full bag of this. So they'll send you a free small bag for your dog to try out for a day or two. And all you have to pay is the shipping. Just go to roughgreens.com, or you can call 833-783-3364 or roughgreens.com.
Pat Gray Unleashed. Pat Gray Unleashed.
Former NFL running back Marshawn Lynch is apparently just arrested for a DUI in Las Vegas. That's unfortunate. Here he is talking with the officers who showed up at his vehicle.
Okay, because I've already explained it to you.
Wait a minute. Wait. Do we have the other clip? Hold on. Do we have the...
The first clip where he's talking with officers?
Yeah, the first
This
one.
isn't
The 119 one. So clip 11, Rob. So this is
okay.
Female officer. It's like, hello, wake up. Come on now.
You got an ID card? You got any weapons?
No.
No?
Nah.
What do you do for a living?
You won't believe me if I tell you.
Everything?
Yeah.
Is that a permanent gold grill?
Yeah, you know it is.
Or can you take them off? They're permanent?
He is gone.
How can you afford that if you don't know what you do for a living? Or your name? Or whose car it is?
Wake up, Marshawn.
Whose car it is? He's in it. It must be his. Why would you assume it's somebody else's
because
car?
he had told her earlier
Ah.
that it wasn't his.
You know where you're coming from?
Yeah, it's a long video. You think this lady over here is doing something? Taking her out in the car.
Look at his pants are down around his almost to his
And then she
knees.
says, "Do you want to get in?"
Pause it for a second. Was he found sleeping in the car?
Yeah.
So
how
he's
they-
not driving around, and they pulled him over.
Yeah, I think he's in the middle of the road though.
Oh, he
So
is?
he's just like,
Plus, if the
I'll
keys
sleep here.
Stopped in the middle of the road.
Plus, they seem to have an issue when you're pulled over like that if the keys are still in the ignition. Police, whatever.
But he has already told her that it's not his vehicle.
Okay, it's a rental car, right? Because he doesn't live in Vegas, I don't think. Does he live in Vegas?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think he's like in California or Seattle or something would make more sense because
It would make a little bit
he
more
went to
sense.
Cal and he played for Seattle. So I'm thinking that one of those is his hometown. But because he doesn't play for the Raiders.
No,
and
he does not. But I mean,
he's retired from
again,
the NFL.
Again,
Yeah.
when you pull over, Take the keys out of the ignition.
Well, yeah. But even if you're sleeping in your car, if you're drunk, they're still going to give you a ticket, aren't they? If you're in the car.
Yeah.
I think even then.
If you have access,
even if you haven't driven it and you're not planning to until you sleep it off or whatever.
If you have access to the ignition,
yeah.
And they say there was a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage.
Yeah, and they use that all the time. His attorney will be fine with this. They use that. There was a strong odor. Was there, officer? Okay, thank you.
Prove it.
Yeah.
Prove
Were
there
you
was
smelling
a strong
something else in a
odor.
car from somebody that threw a beer can out of their car an hour before? Shut up.
So he's ridden this car to the rim is just gone. Like it apparently is down to the nub. So he has
what? So he had a flat tire and he just kept driving?
Yeah. There's so much. Like I said, this is a very long video. We only grabbed a little part of it, but she's explaining to him. She's like, "Where are you going? You got no tires.
There's no tires on the car."
Yeah, I will say the police officer seems to be kind of funny. What's happening?
And every answer from Marshawn is,
I don't know what's happening. I don't know.
I mean, what are you going to do?
I don't know.
That is his style.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah. That's his press conference, basically.
That is him. Let's see this.
You know where you're coming from? Where were you coming from?
Yeah, I know where I was coming from.
Where's home?
Yeah. And then he starts pointing.
Does she not know this is Marshawn Lynch?
No, they don't.
They don't know who he is yet.
Okay, so then male officers.
Because he didn't know his name.
Yeah, they've got nothing to go on here unless they're a football fan.
Yeah, I mean, look at him. It's Marshawn Lynch.
Right, so a male officer.
If I walk up to his car and I see him like that, I'm going to go, Marshawn Lynch.
In a car like that?
Yeah.
You know what? A pack of Skittles would wake him up. Just saying. He's a big fan of Skittles.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
that new titanium oxide that's bad for you, but go ahead.
So they've asked him, I'm not familiar. So they asked him, please get out of the car. Get out of the car repeatedly. Male officer shows up, and this is what happens.
All right.
Okay, because I've already explained it to you. Because I'm failing to obey a command by an officer or lawful order is obstructing.
This
is your last chance. Step out of the vehicle for us.
Everything is understandable.
Okay. So if you understand, go ahead and step out for us.
Is why will I not be pulled out?
And then this guy has to get all
drag him out.
Go to get on your stomach.
I'm just trying to nap, yo.
Hands behind your back.
Okay, he's certainly not resisting there. Did they get rough with him?
It's a lawful order to
like
get out of your car from the police. I know. I know.
Yeah, you don't have to. I mean, clearly the guy's drunk and just relax.
You don't have to. You can help him out.
And his hands were where you could see them. He wasn't reaching for anything.
You have to get out of the car. I'll help you get out of the car.
Right.
I'm not going to drag you.
I mean, he
out
even
like
held
that.
his hands up like, all right, I see where this is going, y'all. Here are my hands. But,
Yep.
You know, get out of the car if an officer tells you to get
out of the car. I know.
But I'm with you. I mean, it could have, whatever.
Could have been bad.
Yeah, that's
Could
right.
have been bad.
Yeah.
Did not one of those people recognize him? It's Marshawn Lynch.
Hold on, I
okay,
wanna
this
know-
is how this guy is.
I want to know about the Skittles. What's the
Leave
news
him
on the
alone.
Skittles, man? What's going on with Skittles?
Oh, they've got the poison in them.
Didn't see this.
They've got poison in
Yeah,
them.
I don't have the story in front of me now, but there's the titanium oxide.
Are we
I think
pulling
it's
them off
called,
the
or something
shelf?
like that?
Really?
Yeah, no, we're not pulling them off the shelves. We're gonna try to get rid of the stuff that we put in them. Maybe
they'll get rid of the titanium oxide.
The candy company said that they've stopped using this particular chemical in most of their candies except for the Skittles, and we'll get to it. Maybe we're trying to get to it.
Okay, that's weird. Really?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to Bill in Connecticut.
Thanks for the info.
Hey, Bill.
I can't remember. I can find it.
You're on the Blaze.
Bingo.
All right.
Nice.
Way to go, Bill. Where did your bingo occur?
The fourth column.
Okay.
The
fourth column headed down.
Hold on. Are you in a tin can, Bill? Right now, as you're speaking?
No.
There we go.
There
Here
it
we
is.
go. All right. Here we
Okay. All right. So go ahead.
That doesn't sound like a recession to me.
Right. Okay.
They said the quiet part out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Carmela talks to adults like children.
Okay.
Then they made Sweet, Sweet Loaf.
Right?
And what do I know?
What do I know?
Excellent.
That's
All right,
you.
Bill.
That was an impersonation of you, Jeffy.
Thanks a lot.
you, I got it.
Enjoy that $30 worth of merch, and thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
PatGrayShop.com. We got 2 more weeks of Pat Gray Bingo.
And then of course, it's more on trivia time. More on trivia just around the corner. Man, that's hard to believe, isn't it? We were just talking about it being 115 days away or whatever. Now it's almost
Gray.
here.
Pat Gray returns.
I do. Welcome. 888-933-93. Also, Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Got a truck driver that saw something fairly interesting. We're not sure what this is all about, but here's what happened when she pulled in. She's got a load of baby formula, and she's about to drop it off.
I hear.
And we need some of
There's
it.
still a little bit of a shortage.
Mm-hmm. So here's what she found.
I've got formula in the back of my truck, and I'm fixing to show you what the they're doing with it.
Okay. You got to show us what they're doing.
Y'all, that's pallets of baby formula. They're dumping them. That's what they're doing with them.
Well, wait,
There's
why?
pallets.
Yeah, why?
Do we know why?
Look like pallets.
Are we sure those are pallets of baby formula?
I wondered why they had it stored
That's
outside.
what she said.
That's baby formula.
Okay,
They're
we're
breaking
taking
them
her
down
word
off
for
those
it.
pallets.
Right.
And
Trying not to be seen.
All right.
perhaps if she hadn't taken so long to deliver them, they
They're
wouldn't have been
breaking
out
them
of
down
date.
off the pallets.
Is it
Watch
expired
this.
baby formula?
No, it might be.
We hope it's an explanation like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have
God.
looked for an update. I've been trying to find.
I'm not. That's baby formula. I've got baby.
Because why would they do
formula
that? Why would they
on my
create
truck.
a
And
baby
that's baby
formula
formula.
shortage by dumping it like that?
No, that's not the. Okay. I don't know what to believe anymore, man.
I know. Was it expired?
I don't know.
I don't know. Was there
know.
something wrong with it? I don't know. Or are they just trying to create a baby formula shortage? That's weird. I don't know why you would do that. What would be the point?
So wait a minute. As I'm looking for an update on that specifically, I see at reason.com.
Mm-hmm.
Following USDA guidance, state clinics destroyed thousands of cans of usable baby formula. The government worsens the baby formula shortage again. That's the subtext here.
Okay.
It says guidance from the USDA. Boy.
That they should dump it like that?
Yeah. This
What do they say is the guidance for destroying?
So, a lot going on here. So this guidance was published in November of 2019, though. It doesn't explain here. Just a quick scan through. Unused return inventory may have been inappropriately stored. Okay, so they're thinking that maybe it is. Maybe it's been
not usable.
So maybe they got a whole bunch of this baby formula that at some point sat out in the sun.
Yeah.
Not right there necessarily, but somewhere on a loading dock at Target.
And so they have this driver delivering it so that it can be destroyed.
Mm-hmm. We hope it's simple as
just
that.
Yeah, it could
drop
be.
your load and zip it.
Right.
You can quote me on that.
I'm not quoting you on that.
Drop your load
and zip it.
And
yeah, you can. That's right. That's the quote.
Okay.
20 minutes.
All right.
Been waiting in the ballgame.
There was a fire tornado in Los Angeles last night.
Oh, this is kind of cool, actually. Yeah.
This is preceding the brimstone that's about to fall out of the sky
And
of
what
the United
perfect-
States of America.
What more perfect place
It
than
is?
Los Angeles,
Right.
California?
You would probably start there or Vegas, right? Maybe New York. But
Seattle.
Here's the fire tornado.
Okay, so watch that.
no.
Watch this. Look at this.
Yeah, dang.
Look at that.
They're
Look how
so they're
it's-
going through fires again.
Yeah.
Wow. It's just pulling all that fire in,
Amazing.
man.
Oh, that's weird.
It's creepy, right?
That's one of the wow. That is a tornado.
That is like Cecil B. DeMille and the Ten Commandments. You know, where that one scene there. Look at that. Wow.
I mean, it's like all of the surrounding fire is all saying, hey, guys, let's go here. God.
Isn't that something?
And it just goes on and on. I mean, it's...
Wow.
It's intense.
Yeah, that's weird. That's really something. You hear about that, but you never... I mean, this is as clear as I've ever seen it recorded. Wow.
No, this is the biggest one I've ever seen.
Is this like from a traffic copter at KTLA?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez. And it's the biggest one he's ever seen.
So there you go.
That's what she said.
I don't think that's my man Stu Mundell, though.
Your man?
Yeah.
You got a man out there?
You got a man in the traffic department at KTLA?
Right.
Stu Mundell out in L.A.
It's your man?
He's my man.
I didn't realize you had a man.
Yeah, I do.
That's good.
I do. I can't remember who Stu works for now. He just started a new gig.
He doesn't work for KTLA anymore?
Your man? Find out. I follow him on Instagram. Hold on, I'll tell you.
All right.
Oh, good. Okay, tell us all about your man. Does Lester Holt know about Stu?
Stu Mundell.
Oh, yeah.
Mundell.
Wow.
He's your main man.
Main man.
And
Yes,
then Stu's your man.
No, Stu works for Sky Fox now.
Oh, you guys should keep in touch better.
Yeah.
You thought he was at KTLA.
Yeah.
Boy,
So
you
that's
blew
not
it.
your man.
No, your man.
No, that's not
That's
Stu.
not your man.
That's
You
what it
lost
would have
him.
been. It would have been better.
Yeah.
With Stu.
Yeah.
Would have been a lot better with Stu.
Thank you.
Since you said it was your man.
The
But
man.
not now.
Stu Mundell.
Then we got this wild video of a tree growing through a car.
Somebody sent this to us. I just don't know what's going on here. Look at this thing. There's a tree in a car, and people are taking pictures of it. I don't know how.
Wait, how did that happen?
Right, look at this. Through the roof. And you see, it's not like it's been happening for a long time, or else no one would be crowded around it taking pictures. The locals would just be like, yep, that's the tree car. Look at this thing underneath. It goes right through.
That is impossible.
So I don't know. So all I can think of, there was a storm, or they're speaking that gibberish there.
A storm.
I don't know if it picked up the car.
Oh, in the car,
but the tree looks fine up top, right?
That's why.
And so I don't
it
know.
didn't look like it fell from the top down.
Weren't they speaking Russian or something like that? It sounded like maybe it was something
They were
from
speaking
war.
gibberish.
Right?
I don't know
it's hard
what kind of gibberish that was.
Hard to place that.
So
I don't know the backstory of the tree through the car, but yes, the top of the tree looking as healthy
fine.
as it was.
Yeah, like a car didn't fall on it.
Right.
That wasn't. Go back to the beginning of it because it shows the top, and if you can freeze it, Rob, at the top of the tree, because that's the only explanation you could think of that would make any sense here.
Right.
Is that the car was dropped from a helicopter or
Right.
something.
When they show the top.
Yeah, go
of
to the
tree.
very top of the tree, Rob.
Yeah, it's about to
There
happen
you
now. Okay.
See,
Look
shouldn't
at
it
that.
be all stripped down?
Yeah, it would be.
If
If
the
a car fell on it, yeah.
because look how
all
it's
those
branched
branches
out.
would be broken.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jeffy, do you have an explanation? For
Okay,
it?
that's
It's a
weird.
piece of art.
It is a piece of art now.
Yeah, I mean, it could be just a piece of art. Someone created it.
Wait, no.
Yeah, and how'd they get the tree through the car?
I didn't mean like an intentional
It's
piece
a
of
piece
art.
of art.
No.
How'd they get the tree through the car? How'd the artist do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't do it.
So you'd have to pick up the tree and slam it through the top of the
That's
car.
more
But you
fascinating.
couldn't because you looked at the car, the tree, the whole of the car, the metal was going out.
Oh my gosh,
Like
that's
the-
right.
Like the tree was
Like
going
it
up
grew
through
up through
Yeah.
the car.
Are people just now noticing
Look
this
at
in the
that.
neighborhood?
Yeah.
It's obviously been happening for years if it grew through there.
That's what
Okay,
made me-
somebody's going to call us with a reasonable explanation.
Now, it could be CGI.
I don't think so.
Oh, look at that. Pat's not on board.
I don't think it's CGI. I really don't.
Hang on a second. Oh my gosh, hang on.
All right.
Okay, load already.
The tree through the car phenomenon.
Oh my goodness.
We may never get to the bottom
Tree
of it.
grows through car overnight? Question mark?
Yeah. No.
It is an art installation.
Thank you.
Okay, how'd they do it? That's interesting.
Thank you. That's
How do they,
number of people
how do
can
they
call?
build ships inside bottles? I have no idea.
I don't know.
Let's see.
That's
here.
a cool art installation. That is cool.
It's in-
Somebody really did a genius
Which is why
project
people were
there.
all wandering around looking at it. 'Cause
Yeah.
It just showed up. Yeah.
Yeah,
This
that's
thing
really cool.
says it's in France. They were not speaking French.
No, that was not French.
Yeah, so now
Might have been a group of, I don't know, people from somewhere
Yeah.
else that happened to be in
Ukrainians.
France. Ukrainians. Moroccans.
Well, apparently this is
Ukrainian immigrants.
This is kind of what they do with I guess, I don't know, car art or whatever.
Oh,
but here's a giant fork going through a car. I mean, so in other words, this is just
Some
something
cool
that
stuff.
they do.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah. It is cool. Especially
That's better than those mangled, weird, shapeless things that they put downtown, Just the metal, shapeless structures that the Communist Party wanted
I was going to say,
to put everywhere.
What communist goal is that?
Yeah, it was like 45, I think. Communists make art
meaningless
ugly
art.
and meaningless.
Yeah.
And that's what they've done. But that tree growing through a car, that's not meaningless. That's really cool. That's cool.
Oh, you like that, huh?
I like that.
Oh, you found some art that you like.
I did.
You're making progress.
I did.
There.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to know how he did that. Obviously, it's not obvious to me. I don't know. I don't know how he did it.
So here we go.
Interesting.
Here's communist goals 22 and 23.
Okay.
Number 22, continue discrediting American culture by degrading all forms of artistic expression. An American communist cell was told to, quote, eliminate all good sculpture from parks and buildings, substitute shapeless, awkward, and meaningless forms, end quote. Number 23, control art critics and directors of art museums. Our plan is to promote ugliness, repulsive, meaningless art.
Ta-da!
Well, you've accomplished
that goal for
those.
sure. There's no doubt about that. Of course, almost all those goals have been accomplished.
That's right. Yeah.
It makes me want to go through all 45 every time we mention one of them because it's incredible how much they've accomplished.
I know.
This was entered into the congressional record in 1963. So we're a long way down the road.
Gosh, I'm just looking at
long
these,
way down
and
the road.
It's going to take we need to revisit it at some point for sure.
Yeah, we do. All right.
What are we doing on overtime?
Maybe that. First, let me tell you about real estate agents I trust because, it's a weird time. We keep hearing that the housing market is slowing down, although we just had a very expensive home in our neighborhood sold for almost asking price. So, who knows what it's like in your neighborhood or where you live. The thing is, you just need a great realtor to get you through the process, to let you know what you're going to get your money out of. Whether you should repaint like we just did, we repainted the whole interior. Should you also replace the countertops? We're kind of deciding, no, that's kind of expensive. I don't think so. And then, do you remodel a bathroom? Are you going to get your money out of those moves? That's where the realtor comes in. These are people who are with buyers all the time, and they know what they're looking for. And they know what you'll get your money out of. They've been fully vetted by Glenn's team. This is his company. And so they're really careful about what agents they select. Only the best in each market. Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name says it all. realestateagentsitrust.com.
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
And no, Jeffy, the big, beautiful house in my neighborhood was not mine.
Okay.
It just sold for asking price.
I was all happy for you all of a sudden.
No, I know. Thank you.
Thought that was your way of telling us
No,
it's
that's
sold.
not. No.
That's too bad.
I haven't even put it up yet.
What?
Yeah, we're still waiting for the interest rates to go up.
What are you doing?
That's what we do.
What is happening?
Exactly what we do.
Yeah.
We want the most challenging situation in which to sell a home.
Well, then keep waiting.
Yeah, we're waiting.
Keep waiting.
We're waiting. I want the interest rate to be about 11%. And then I'm going to, okay, yeah.
Perfect.
Let's sell it now. Perfect.
You only have to wait a couple more years.
Couple more years.
No,
It'll probably
that's
be
gonna
by
be-
the end of
you
the
aren't
year.
kidding.
Right.
All right. Senator Ed Markey. Do we have the video on this or not?
We do have
We
the
do.
video
Okay,
on this.
good.
And we've seen similar comments made by elitists.
Over and over and over on
Right.
this electric car thing.
Yeah.
But here, this might be the worst.
Yep.
Check this out.
Okay.
Goes a little something like this.
Going to ultimately say to the American people, there's no reason why you have to pay $4 or $5 a gallon for gasoline when you can have an all-electric vehicle that averages 75 cents for your payment for your all-electric vehicle to be able to move you anywhere you want in our state or in our country.
Okay, first of all.
So much, right? I can't stand it. I can't stand this stuff.
First of all you have to do is have a have a car, an electric vehicle.
That's it.
That's all you have to do. I just have one? Okay. Who's going to just give me a $125,000 car?
And don't you hesitate to ask that? Because the next thing you know, the U.S. Treasury is going to start printing off $125,000 per American.
And the same... the same time they're telling you just get an electric car. I mean, Ford already announced they're raising the prices of the new electric cars.
Of course,
because of
now,
all the parts.
Well, that and because now they know that the government is helping to subsidize that stuff.
God.
And he just got done.
Just like they drove up the cost of college.
Ford just called out Elon Musk, too, at some press conference. So take that, Elon Musk.
Where do you get the 75-cent figure?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Where the hell is that? Are you saying it costs me 75 cents to charge a car, electric vehicle?
That's what he said.
Shut up.
That's what he said, and that's not true.
Oh, my. It's more expensive than the gas. Come on. If you're charging that from a fast charger, I think you lose money in that. But let's talk about the other thing, about the strip mining that goes on to make that electric car.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh. It's environmentally unfriendly, by far more environmentally unfriendly than the gas-powered car. Because of all the stuff that goes into it, all the minerals and the stuff from China that we have to rely on them for.
Yes.
What an idiot. And you talk about the initial cost, which is going to be, what do they average? $55,000, $60,000 a piece?
More than that. But for sure, average maybe.
Yeah.
How much is your time worth to you as well?
Right.
As far as sitting there and waiting for a charge, as opposed to pulling up the pump and then 3 minutes later you're gone.
That argument, I think, is a little misleading because if you get a day's worth of drive, most people, you drive to work, you drive home, you charge, you're good. That's just like your cell phone.
Well, you charge it slowly overnight. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It's
but
like your cell phone.
Still, your electricity cost is going up.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
there's
first
electricity.
It's 50.
That doesn't just come out of the wall.
No,
magic little box out of the wall.
No, there's no magic pixie dust that just pours into your car from your wall.
You just said you go to work, you go home, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
you're
most
good.
of the time.
Okay, but like for you, for example, today you mentioned earlier in the show you had to head down to Dallas to the bathhouses, right? Now, how do you account for days like that? Like, is there a charger at the bathhouse?
Yeah, that's what I wondered too. The charging station.
There is a charging station at the bathhouse.
Okay, good.
Why do I set him up? Okay, so I'm looking at this Detroit Free Press article, and I'm still trying to figure out the cost here per fill up. But in Michigan, if you think you're getting by without paying the tax, a gas tax, when you go to the pump, they'll charge up to $235 a year on an annual EV tax. Again, this is a Detroit Free Press article talking about Michigan residents. So they charge you the tax that you would be paying on gas to say, oh, you think you're getting by on this one? I don't think so. We're going to make sure to stick it to you.
They get you coming and going.
Of course they do, yes.
No matter what you're doing, even if it's what they think is environmentally the right thing to do, you're still going to pay through the nose for it.
Yep.
This is outrageous. Outrageous. He's so nonchalant.
Yeah, you could just have an electric car.
I don't know why you're paying $4 or $5 when you could pay 75 cents for an electric vehicle.
Get an electric car.
Why can't everybody just be a rich U.S. senator like me? I don't understand. Oh, these people suck.
I just got me a Tesla, the top of the line Tesla, and it runs like a top. I love it.
No,
and,
I bet you
I only paid $145,000 for that baby.
These dingleberries won't be driving Teslas, though. They shouldn't be. They probably are because they're hypocrites.
They probably are.
They're hypocrites.
$1,600 to install a level 1 or level 2 charger. I don't know the difference. Sorry, in your home. So you have to buy the charger separately from the vehicle to get it at home?
Well, if you want a fast charge like that, yeah. Okay. I mean, you can use...
They'll give you a crappy one.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's $600 to install a level 1. What did I say? $1,600 for a level 2.
Yeah. I mean, you can plug it into the wall and wait a week, and it'll be charged.
Good luck getting to work.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just not there yet. We're not there yet.
So hang on a second. What was it you just said? You said it costs more... Okay, I haven't been able to absorb this whole paragraph here, but a mid-price internal combustion car that gets 33 miles per gallon would cost $8.58, and overall cost to drive 100 miles at $2.81 a gallon.
At $2.81.
This was written last October.
Okay.
All right.
But a mid-priced EV, such as a Chevy Bolt, Nissan Leaf or Tesla Model 3 would cost $12.95 to drive the same 100 miles. In terms of cost that include recharging the vehicle, using mostly a commercial charger. So he completely lied there.
Yeah, he did.
Absolutely.
You could just have an electric car and pay 75 cents.
And who are the examples? There was a Tesla in there, but there were two others.
Tesla 3, Chevy Bolt,
Yeah.
and
Okay, you're talking about a Chevrolet,
Nissan Leaf,
and a Nissan. And that's not elitism there.
$12.95.
Wow.
To drive 100 miles.
They even make the Volts anymore?
As a pole.
I don't know. I think so.
He says, Rob says, yes. And they catch
okay.
fire and explode.
Okay.
Hold on. Isn't it the Chevy Bolt? Oh, this says Bolt. I don't know. Is there a Bolt? Volt?
No. It's a Chevy Volt.
That's what I thought it was a Volt. Yeah. Here's another typo. And the Detroit Free Press.
Yep.
Oh, and I took a screenshot, I think. Oh, yeah. I didn't send this in, though. The Marshawn Lynch stuff we were talking about.
Yeah.
When I sent that in to Nate, it says, here it is. Body cam footage shared by the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department shows officers talking to Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
Marshawn Lynch, ladies and gentlemen.
I thought of you yesterday during Chewing the Fat, too, because I was doing a story, and the article talks about a young boy, and the boy is 9 years old. But in the article, it calls him a none-year-old boy.
He's 9 years old.
He's 9 year old. He's a 9-year-old boy.
He's just an infant.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. He's 9 years old. Good. So ridiculous. Why
terrible.
aren't there proofreaders anymore? This didn't used to happen all the time.
Not in the budget, I guess. It's not in the budget to have a proofreader.
I guess.
Yeah, an editor.
You just don't care anymore. They don't give a rat's anus about it. The other day we were talking about, speaking of high costs of things, we were talking because Johnny Depp is on the comeback trail. He just re-signed with Dior, and they're Sauvage.
I forgot to bring it in. I've got some at the house.
Cologne. You actually do have Sauvage? Yeah. Did you buy it for the sausage ad that you were going to do? Sausage.
No, I actually...
No, you just like it?
Yeah, it was nice.
Really?
But it's actually my father-in-law's. It's not mine.
Oh, it's your father-in-law's.
We have it at the house.
Okay.
Yeah. He's almost out of the big bottle. I looked yesterday. I forgot to bring it with me this morning.
He's got a big bottle?
He's got a big bottle of it that's almost gone, and I think he has a newer bottle that's a little bit smaller, so I guess he didn't want to...
Was it this ad that made you want it so badly?
It smells nice. It's fine.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think... Do you wear it here? Oh, to the bathhouse. Sorry.
Right here.
Bathhouse. Gotta get out of here.
I gotta get out of here.
So yeah, so somebody did the math for us, Pat.
Where? Yeah. First, I got to see the.
Oh,
I want to see the
hello.
coyote. Yeah. Okay, buffalo in the middle of the road. All right. What is that for? Why? Then he goes off road now. All of a sudden,
Dumbest thing I've ever seen.
gets a shovel out of the trunk. And in a moment, there's the coyote
That's the spirit
standing on
animal.
top of his car.
It's a spirit animal.
He shovels a hole in the sand and puts his jewelry in it. Why?
I can feel it.
You can
Because you can feel it.
You can feel it.
It's magic.
It's magic.
Magic.
Dior. Sauvage.
Dior.
Here it is.
Okay. How does that make a
look,
lick of
there's
sense?
the math from
And
OG
there's the
Thor.
math. So $95 for 2 ounces, 128 ounces in a gallon. Because I was wondering how much it would be.
because
per
you
gallon.
like
I wanted a
stocking
gallon
up on
of
this stuff.
So it'd be $6,080
For a gallon
of sausage.
You can get it for $5,500 at Costco.
Oh, okay. And that's where you would find the really big gallon container of it. That makes a lot of sense. All right, have a great weekend. We've also got overtime coming up.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.